I will say like it was really.
You're always critical, huh?
Yeah, he was saying it was gonna be like something mental, but you go directly. That was your first plan of the fight.
Not really. Like I said in the lead up, I was just gonna react and see what he gave me, and what I saw was a single leg and established top control. Felt good on top, so went from there.
Knowing the situation of Cooper the third and Carlos Leon, how do you see your probabilities into the playoff, the championships?
Well, I think it's high. I mean, obviously, I'm just going to take every single fight that I have as a championship fight. I'm not taking anybody lightly. I'm here to finish everyone, so that's what I plan on going to do. Not too worried about points. Just looking to get going, have dominant victories, and show my best.
Thank you.
You're talking about improving and working on your jiu-jitsu in this camp a lot for this fight, right? How good does it feel to go out there and get a submission victory?
It feels really good. I mean, worked on that a lot. Among everything, wrestling and conditioning and striking, it felt great everywhere. Felt like I made improvements in my whole game. So the jiu-jitsu aspect showed itself tonight, so I was happy to do that.
Just kind of putting this whole week into context with you going out there, getting a quick victory, escaping with, virtually no damage, and then the Cooper situation, missing weight with the standings. How does the overall outlook exiting this week for you?
The Cooper situation has nothing to do with that. I mean, I feel confident. Like I came in, I feel like I did everything to be at my best. I mean, I'm real hungry right now. I'm more hungry than I've ever been to reestablish myself as the best. And I'm staying focused and hungry and doing what I need to do to make sure that happens. I felt bad for Ray that happened because I'm looking to have that rematch. So when I saw that, I was kind of disappointed. But you know what? Missing weight is a serious thing, and you got to have serious consequences. I don't know the situation of why that happened, but it is what it is, I guess.
There were a number of welterweight fights before yours tonight. Did you get a chance to watch those, and did anybody stand out to you?
From time to time, not the whole fights because of just everything that goes on pre-fight, but everybody looked good. I feel confident going against every one of them though. I feel like I'm the best top dog in this division, so I'm going to go out there and prove it against everyone.
Congrats.
In a perfect world, would you rather all your fights just take one takedown and maybe 12 strikes to finish the fight and get to
Yeah. I love that. I've had enough tough fights, so I try to be as efficient as possible, and then now I'm not like a 20-year-old kid just wants to stand in the pocket, but you know what, I have that in me too. It needs to be done.
Is this the Rory that you expected? Not to dwell on the past, but when you came into the league last year, is this what you expected to do?
Yeah, like I felt good in there mentally, like pre-fight, walking into the cage. I was ready to fight anybody. I was good to go.
Earlier in the week, you said you just went back to sharpening up some tools. It showed in there, and just wanted to let you know. And congrats.
Thanks very much.
You had a great career in the UFC and Bellator, and now you're continuing to rack up wins here in the PFL. Where do you feel you are at in your career at this point?
Yeah, I feel like I've taken some bad losses, and I've made some bad decisions, and unfortunately, I have the outlook, like there's a certain outlook on my career from the public's eye, but I feel inside that I'm still capable of being the best in the world. So I'm back on my horse, and I'm ready to go and take that spot, and accomplish my dreams.
Rory, congratulations. So you had a little bit of a tough skid there for a little bit, a couple in your career. Have you ever lost the fire for fighting, or is it always just full steam ahead?
No, yeah, I've definitely lost interest in fighting. Like there's a few times where I question myself in my time in the sport, but I just didn't quite feel like it was the time to give up. And I'm happy I didn't, because I feel like I'm at the best I've ever been.
And from someone who's seen, honestly, throughout your entire career, I've watched, you've been a fan of the sport for a long time, and this does look one of the better versions of yourself. So congratulations, and I look forward to seeing many more to come.
Thanks.
Rory, last year obviously didn't end the way you wanted it to. Did you do anything different from that loss going into your dominant performance today? Anything that you changed?
Yeah, well, I changed camps. I'm gonna go to Stanford and stuff, but I really felt like even pre-COVID, I had something telling me inside, like, check out Austin, Texas. I reached out to Tim Kennedy, and even then he was like, yeah, come through. Then COVID hit, derailed it. I went to Stanford for a year, but after my loss with Ray, I felt like it was the time to go check it out there. And it just felt like home. The glove fit, and I feel like that's a spot for me.
Do you feel like this was the best performance of your career?
I've had other pretty good fights where I've dominated, came out unscathed, but this one was, a clean victory, and I'm very happy with it. I felt like I didn't make any big mistakes from what I felt in there, and so felt good. Even just like mental side of things, I felt like I was sharp, present, ready to go.
And last question, is there a specific fight that interests you right now?
Yeah, obviously I want to redeem myself against Ray Cooper at some point in the season. Find out more.
Thank you, Rory.
Hey Rory, you just talked about moving around a little bit. Is the plan to stay in Austin working with Tim and with John for the remainder of the season?
That's pretty much my plan for
Going forward.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
You talked about how good you felt mentally going into this fight. How often do you think about basically the accumulation of the difficulty of fighting throughout the season, as opposed to just, the UFC format or Bellator format?
Yeah, no, it's definitely different having the seasons and the season so condensed, back-to-back training camps. You fight, you got to get right back into training. So I felt like what I learned from my experience last year, I felt like fighting in the PFL season, you need to have an approach where you're training the whole year long. So it's not like it's peak and then come down and then cruise back up. It's just a constant level where you need to, keep your body healthy, fresh, feeling energetic and ready to train hard, but it's not like going. So you want to. I feel like you got to be very steady with your training and smart.
Do you think that's more mentally tough or physically?
It's you gotta be just stay on the grind. Make sure your nose on the grindstone, and keep putting in the hours and working hard, and be smart with the training. I have a lot of experience. Right? I've been training since I was 14 years old, fighting since I was 16. So that experience and understanding my body, it all works together.
Rory, what do the next few days look like for you? Coming off of such a quick win, easy win, I bet you're not that injured or anything like that we know of. Do you go right back to the grind? Are you training tomorrow, or what are the next few days?
Fly home. I have a week with the family, so I'll be training maybe once a day, just kind of active recovery stuff, spending time with the family, and then back to Austin to work for the next one.
Thank you, congrats.